Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I thought it would be fun to take you along for some nesting. I'm 38 weeks pregnant, which is crazy that I am almost at the end of this pregnancy, and I'm just feeling the need to get the house ready, get everything set up. With Oakley, I went a week late, and with Cohen, I went 2 weeks late. The likelihood that I will be going early is not that high, but still I want to have the house prepped and ready. So I need to wash the car seat, put all of his clothes away, kind of get our room set up. I've shared this before in other videos, but we are not doing a nursery. We live in a 3-bedroom home and we have 4 kids already. He is gonna be in our room. So I wanna just like set that up and make it as functional as possible. Get all of his little cute clothes put away, get some postpartum stuff ready, and then do a few deep cleaning things. I'm actually kidless today, which does not happen very often. Nathaniel's at work, and then the little kids are actually at my mom's house. They're gonna have a sleepover tonight. I don't think Cohen's never had a sleepover. Oakley and Elias have, but it's been a while. So we're gonna see how it goes. We're kind of doing like a trial run before I go into labor, just in case my mom needs to come over here and grab them, which I do have some updates on our birth plan and kind of big changes that we've made to it, which I'll share later in the video. We're gonna just do a test run tonight and see how the boys do. We just moved Elias from his crib to a big boy bed, a little toddler bed, and he's been doing really good with it. I hope him going over there for a night doesn't like throw off all the progress we've made in him actually staying in his toddler bed. Either way, we need to try it out just in case when I do go in labor, they go over to my parents. I don't want it to be their first time. We will have no kids home this evening. Nathaniel's actually flying to Ohio to visit some friends, so he'll be gone for a week, and we won't have the little kids here tonight. So we are gonna do like a little staycation baby moon. We're gonna go get dinner, and then we have tickets to an escape room, and just have like a night to ourselves, which will be really fun. But I need to get all of this done before we have to take Nathaniel into the airport this evening. So let's get to the list. I think we're gonna start with the car seat. I'm in our bedroom now. Our master already is not very large, and then also trying to fit 3 people in here has been a little bit of a task to try and figure out how we're gonna make everything work. But I think the setup that we have now is gonna work great. Hopefully in like the next 4 to 6 months, we will be moving. Right now, this is the situation that we have, and so we're just making it work. I washed all of his clothes yesterday, and I have a huge basket. This is like mostly 0 to 12 months. I went through it yesterday with Oakley, like we were pulling out stuff and looking through sizes, and she literally would like pull something out and be like, oh my goodness, Mom, this is so cute. And she kept doing that, and eventually she started crying. She's like so excited to have a little baby in her house. She has insane baby fever. It was the sweetest thing ever. There is a lot of cute stuff in here. Most of this I've thrifted, so I'm going to show you guys a few things as I'm putting them away because I just think these are so adorable. You forget how little a newborn is until you're pulling out like newborn diapers and newborn onesies, and you're like, how is there a baby this small? Like, it just blows my mind every time. I'm gonna just show you a few of my favorites. So here's some little pants I found for him. These say 3 to 6 months, and I feel like these are giant. So he'll probably fit into these more when he's like 6 to 9 months, but I thought these were so adorable. And then I've seen this brand before. I don't know if it's like really expensive, but it's 7, and it's just this cream textured long sleeve that I got to wear with these little overalls. They're blue and white striped Oshkosh overalls. And then I found these are Quincy May, just muslin pants. Here's a little Zara sweater for Christmas. How cute is that? It's got little Christmas trees, and it's 3 to 6 months, so he will fit in this right around Christmas time. And then I thrifted this little white set. This is just from Carter's, but it's a little top and matching bottoms. I also picked up quite a few kite sleepers. It's like one of my favorite brands for sleepers. It's 100% bamboo, and they're just so soft. And I think I picked up 9 off of Facebook Marketplace, and I only paid $5 for each of them. So I feel like that was a really good deal. I got them in different sizes, so he should have some all the way up until 12 months. But I also found this on Facebook Marketplace for $5, and it is the Kite sleep sack. It's the 2.5 tog, and it's just so cozy and warm and will be really nice for winter. And then just a couple cute sleepers I found. These are 100% cotton and it has a little camper on it. I thought those were cute. And then this one is a little horse and a cactus sleeper, 100% cotton. But I have a ton of other cute stuff in here. Those were just some of my favorites that I thrifted. I was also gifted quite a few things. I'm gonna organize everything and I'm gonna put all of his clothes into just this little plastic drawer situation. I would love to have something more aesthetic, but honestly, we just don't have space for anything bigger, and it's just gonna go in our closet anyway. So I'm going to organize all of this and see if I can fit it all in there. I think I can. We'll see. The next thing on my list is to get this little cart set up and ready to go. It's gonna be beside my bed and it's gonna have all the newborn things, all the breastfeeding things that I would need. So I'm gonna try to fit all of this on here. And then I also have some diapers and a few, like I said, breastfeeding things in here. I think what's gonna be easiest is if I put all the swaddles and newborn sleepers on here so that I can just wheel it out of my room during the day. Ever had a newborn, you know how quickly they go through onesies. So I think I'm just gonna put all the newborn and 0 to 3 onesies that I have on here to keep my life a little simpler. Look at these diapers. How tiny. I grabbed one of the boys' diapers, but look at that. Look at the difference. When we got placed with Elias, he was actually in preemie diapers, so they were even smaller than this. Like, look at that. How can it get smaller? Everything fit, so I have diapers up here and wipes, and then all of his sleepers, newborn to 3 months. And then I just put like a couple things I'll need for breastfeeding. These are my breast pads, Haka, and then over here is the milk catchers that I love. And a little passy clip, and then a bunch of swaddles and burp cloths. And that's like really all I could think that I would need at night. I'm feeling really good about everything we've gotten done. I want to prep some red raspberry leaf tea so that I have a bunch to drink. I'm trying to do like 4 glasses a day now that I'm getting close to the end of pregnancy. So I'm gonna prep a bunch so that's really easy. And then I need to make lunch. I don't know why recently I've been getting really nauseous. It's almost like first trimester symptoms, but in my 3rd trimester, and I didn't even have nausea in my 1st trimester, so I'm not sure really what's going on. But if I go too long without eating, I get so nauseous. I have no idea what I'm gonna have for lunch. I really desperately need to go to the grocery store. I know that I don't have anything that's like quick and easy, so it might have to be more of a process to make lunch, but I need to eat before the nausea gets worse. I do half red raspberry leaf and then I do half peppermint because I feel like red raspberry leaf on its own, it's fine, but when you add the peppermint, it's just really refreshing and a lot easier for me to drink how much I need to be drinking. So I'll do 1/3 of a cup of each with a gallon of water, let it boil, and then I'll strain it and stick it in the fridge, and it's really refreshing and easy to drink 4 cups a day. I decided on burger bowls for lunch, so the potatoes are gonna take like another 15 minutes. While that's cooking, I'm gonna work on making padsicles, which if you don't know, it is basically just pads soaked in witch hazel that you stick in the freezer. They're really nice to have in the first like 3 to 5 days after having a baby. It just helps to ease some of the pain and bring down swelling. While I'm making these, I want to chat about how my birth plan has changed since last time I updated you guys. And the big update is that I am going to be having this baby at a birthing center. With my first 2 pregnancies, I had home births. And actually with my first pregnancy, I wanted to go more like the birth center route, but there were no birth centers within like an hour radius of us. So I decided that I was gonna have Oakley at the hospital. Like that was the plan. And then at 20 weeks, I had to go into the hospital for an appointment. Normally I just had them at my OB's office. And when I walked in, I was like, I do not want to give birth here. They were still really strict about masks, and it was just like dark and dingy, and I just couldn't picture getting in a car, driving the 30 minutes, and like going there to give birth. So I talked with my husband, and we decided that we were just gonna go for home birth, which I knew that like eventually I would wanna build up to that, but I feel like a lot of people start with like a hospital birth, and then it's a birthing center, and then it's a home birth, where I just jumped right to a home birth and changed providers and everything at 20 weeks pregnant. This time around, the thing that has made me so nervous about labor isn't like the contractions or the pain or how long it's gonna be. It's been the kids and how are we gonna get the kids where they need to be. Our home is just a big open space, which I love, but our master bedroom is really small, and then we actually only have one bathroom, which is like in life in general already a little challenging. But then with planning on having a home birth where I spend a lot of time in the shower and then we want to do a water birth, it just made me a little nervous with the kids. I've gone into labor both times at night. So our plan was just to let the kids sleep, and Cohen's birth was only 5 hours. So, you know, they might just sleep through it or have my mom come closer to like the end of the labor and grab the kids. But my parents live an hour away, and so there's just so many factors that were just making me a little bit nervous, and I never even in my head let it be an option to do the birth center route. And I was at an appointment with my midwife a couple weeks ago, and she was actually the one that brought it up. She just, you know, said sometimes with moms that have a lot of kids, the easiest thing for them is to go away and go have their baby and like let the kids be in their own space, just have someone come over and watch them. When she said that, I kind of was like, yeah, I see your point, but like I just love having home births. I love being at home afterwards. And then I kept thinking about it and just praying about it, and I was like, you know, that actually might alleviate all the stress that I'm feeling, or most of the stress that I'm feeling when I'm thinking about labor. It also makes it a lot simpler because with Cohen and Oakley, I went into labor at night. And if that's the case this time around, then everyone can just stay in their beds. Nathaniel's 16. We can just wake him up, have him come sleep on the couch. And if the little kids need anything, he can be there to help them. I will probably still call my mom and have her come over as soon as we leave, but she does live an hour away, so it's not like she can be here immediately. She said that I could actually just kind of decide in the moment, which is amazing. Like, takes all the pressure off of me. I'm very strongly leaning that direction. The only reason I think I would still do a home birth is if it happened during the day and like my mom was already in town, then I could see us still doing the home birth route. But if it happens at night or it starts to pick up in the evening, that's probably the route I'm gonna go. It is really crazy because I've never had to like have the car seat ready to go before the baby comes, because we were just at home and we probably weren't leaving for the next week after I had the baby. And I've never had to pack like a hospital or birth center bag. So I'm having to like think through a lot more details this time around of things I need prepped because we are gonna be leaving the house and having the baby somewhere else potentially. So let me know in the comments, what do you normally put in your hospital bag? What do I need to bring? I'm just like honestly such a newbie when it comes to this. Here's the padsicles. I did like 10 of them, so I'll just throw them in the freezer and they will be ready to go. I think this is where I'm gonna end the video. I actually need to run pick Nathaniel up from work here in about a half an hour. So I need to finish lunch, and then I think after I pick him up from work, I'm also gonna like vacuum out the car and get the car ready for the car seat and all of that. I feel like I got a lot done. There's still a couple deep cleaning things that I wanna do around the house, but if he came today, I would feel like I'm pretty well set up. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.